My name's Zach. I'm a 27-year-old from the Hunter Valley, New South Wales, and I'm walking from Melbourne to Perth to raise awareness for men's mental health, also money for the Black Dog Institute, which is, it's a fundraiser or a foundation that solely supports men and their mental health. So.
And also, can you just tell us a bit about now, because you've been walking from Melbourne, currently in Port Augusta, and can you just tell us a bit about why you're walking from Melbourne to Perth?
Why I'm walking from Melbourne to Perth, okay, so 2 years ago on Christmas morning, my lifelong best mate, he committed suicide, and sadly I was one of the blokes that found him. We couldn't, bring him back as much as we tried, so that's a big factor as to why I'm doing this. I also survived an attempt myself last year on Father's Day as well. I was cut out of a tree unconscious and unresponsive, and I was given another chance at my life, so I want to commit myself to doing better, and just helping those that go through a struggle. I believe that there's not enough help out there for blokes that go through a struggle, and if I can, by doing this, be the voice for any bloke that can't be for themselves and make somewhat of a change and a difference in the world, then I'm all for that. That's why I'm doing this. So. I believe it's important to be doing things like this and talking to the kids at the schools, especially the ones in the Clontarf program, because a lot of young'uns don't understand the struggle, that like a lot of older blokes like myself, being 27, can actually go through at some stage in their life. And how easily one can be pushed to the point of not wanting to be here. So basically, I just want to be able to raise awareness and let these young fellas know that it's important to speak up when you're going through a struggle. Don't ever leave things bottled up. There is help out there for you. You just need to reach out and want it yourself. Doesn't make a man any less of a man to go through a struggle or to show his emotion. And it also doesn't cost anything to be a kind and a genuine person. So be kind to everybody, because it does make the entire world a difference.
And also, now, do you have a story that you would like to share, or anything that you've come across that you think the viewers or the listeners will know about?
Okay, there's actually one thing that's very, very personal to myself that I have, gained from this walk. It is my faith in humanity, and that is because of South Australians. So I'm absolutely so very much appreciative of each and every one of you guys. You've helped me in ways that I can't even begin to describe. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and that's the one thing that I've gained myself a lot more than anything.
So Captain Australia I made actually around 2002, but then fast forward, I've got 3 young children, I'm running my own company, and I got really sick. I got stage 4 cancer, and it broke me. I was given 6 months to live, and I just couldn't come back to life. And I decided I needed to repeat a walk that I'd taken as a child, because I'd left home to escape a bad situation at the age 15, and I walked most of the way from Brisbane to Sydney. And I decided if I took a big walk like that again, I could heal myself. So I dressed up as Captain Australia, bit by a radioactive koala, and I took a thing called Captain Australia's Big Walk, where I walked from Brisbane to Melbourne, raised a chunk of money for a kids' cancer research charity, and now, because so much good came of that, I'm at it again. So I'm walking all around Australia. I've set out from Brisbane, I've walked Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne for the second time, round to Adelaide, and here we are in Port Augusta. Going to cross the Nullarbor, go over to Perth, and then turn north and leg it to Darwin.
Can you tell us a little bit about your travels, how it's been so far, what you've come across, and some of the people you've met or something?
Yeah, well, for as strange as it might seem, as surreal and weird, I'm on a quest. So for in my head at least, it's rattling around in my head, I'm trying to save the world, So I meet people, and I think for the most part they see that. And there are people, especially people who are dealing with some sort of sorrow in their life, some sort of hardship, something that's broken them in the same way that cancer broke me. And because I'm sharing it all on Facebook and trying to be as raw as I can, they sort of see that a broken life can be fixed, and they get something from that. They're able to take a bit of the hope that I have built and folded into their own lives. So there's been so many examples where people have, come out of some sort of darkness, and they've said, "Thank you, Simon, for, showing me a little bit of light." And I think that's gorgeous, the way we can inspire each other.
Can you as well tell us, because you've also recently met up with Zach, who's also on a quest going towards Perth. So how's that been so far? Because you met up obviously in Port Augusta now, and so can you tell us about that and how the travels towards the Nullarbor Plain, which is your next stop?
So for me, so I'm serving a charity called the Kids Cancer Project, and the whole idea is no child should have to go through what I went through, And I met up with Zachy, who's walking for men's mental health, and we've both got a take on the Nullarbor. He has his own strategy about truckies leaving water drops and stuff for him. I've got this massive trolley over there that's filled with about 60 litres of water, and I think by combining forces we kind of have the best of both worlds in terms of the strategy. And we're going on this pilgrimage into the desert, and we've both got something, I think, to teach each other as well. We're very kindred spirits, and I think that as you improve yourself, you give other people permission to see that sort of growth and to realise that it's available to them as well. So I'm not a superhero. I'm just an ordinary dude, you know. I've got all of my horrible flaws, and I'm trying to polish every blemish from my heart and move forward as beautiful as I can be, you know. And Zach's doing the same thing. So because we're like-minded, sort of kindred spirits, we're able, I hope, to influence people. And we're getting to talk at the Clontarf program here today, and I hope we can just sort of spread a little bit of that, you know, hope and light.
What are you looking forward to, you know, about the next part of the trip? You know, either crossing the Nullarbor Plain, or where you're looking forward to next?
Well, I think for the Nullarbor, it's one of the things that I'm most excited by, is to just look up at the sky, you know, there in the middle of nowhere, no one's around. You could see, if there's a divinity, you could see the face of that god or gods or whatever, you know, just there in the stars. And I think that'll be quite magical. But for me, yeah, it's hard, it's toil. And because it's toil and struggle, and I'm carrying this big heavy pack, and it's about the work, and it's about working hard, not smart. So it's not like fun exactly. It's more like I'm a piece of crude iron and I'm pounding it into something stronger. Yeah. So but yeah, the Nullarbor is going to be a big challenge, big physical challenge, the heat, the distance, and all of that. But I'll have my mate Zachy with me.
So you two blokes, thanks for coming in and to talk about your childhood and your experience on this trip so far. I think you've really inspired these young fellas here to do some deadly and great things in their lives. So thanks for that, and thanks for taking the time to come and have a yarn with us. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely gorgeous, mate. Thank you so much.